Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. For those new here, my name is Nicki. I'm a writer and editor and I post videos here on YouTube about writing, editing, reading and all the other things I love. Today we're here for a top 10 video and I'm talking about my top 10 medieval and Renaissance literature. This is a fairly broad topic, I realise, but I've read a reasonable amount from both eras, but there's not obviously as much as say from the Victorian or Georgian eras. So I thought I'd just combine them into one category for today. So, kicking us off at number 10, the Poetic Edda. I'm a huge fan of Norse mythology, Loki in particular, and I love the Poetic Edda. I prefer it to the Prose Edda, because I don't always like the sort of twists Snorri puts on things, but the Poetic Edda, some of those original stories are absolutely gorgeous. Number 9, The Prince by Machiavelli. For those who don't know this is kind of a political manual in some ways, how to be a Renaissance prince, a Renaissance ruler. Some of the things in it today we would find a bit distasteful, but were absolutely of the time. So it's a really interesting work from that point of view, aside from your own feelings towards his advice. Number 8, Thomas Nash's The Unfortunate Traveller. I actually read this one at university, which is how I came across it, and it's a wonderful picaresque novel. For those who don't know, picaresque is where you have a kind of roguish, usually lower class hero who goes on a series of adventures, usually with a very comic twist on it. And this one is set in the time of Henry VIII, although it was written later. And it's wonderful. He travels around Europe having all sorts of adventures and looking at society at the time. Number 7, The Book of the Courtier by Castiglione. This again is almost a manual kind of book looking at courtly etiquette. So again, for a Renaissance document, it's very interesting just to look back on the sort of things people were thinking about then, the sort of manners they were emulating. Number 6, Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. A wonderful ribald piece, great fun. I actually have it in the original Middle English and in the modern version, and it's such a wonderful work. The stories are so memorable, so catchy and so amusing. Number 5, going back into the Viking realm with Njal Saga, one of the major Icelandic sagas. This saga is one of the best well-known ones because there are so many copies surviving, and it's one that concentrates really on the idea of the blood feuds of the period, and also a lot of the legal system kind of stuff, but there's also a sense of the mystical in it as well, and the idea of fatalism. There's lots of prophecies and people believing they're fated for something to happen through dreams, or someone making a prophecy about them. Number 4, Dante Alighieri's Divine Comedy, in particular the Inferno. I love the Inferno best, but the whole work's amazing. It's such a wonderful piece. Paradise I find a little bit dull, Purgatory's okay, but the Inferno is absolutely the best. We love seeing where all those people end up in which circle of hell. It's such beautiful poetic language as well, and very clever. The use of alliteration and things is awesome. Number 3, Grettir's Saga. So again, back to the Icelandic sagas, another of the most famous ones. Grettir's Saga is essentially an outlaw saga. However, there's a great supernatural element in the story, with Grettir having to fight various ghosts or creatures that are haunting buildings and things. And he also is cursed during one of these encounters. So what I love about this one is how it combines the outlaw and the sort of legal saga that was popular at the time with the supernatural elements. And sticking with a similar theme in many ways, for number 2 with Beowulf. Beowulf is again a work essentially about heroes fighting monsters. I mean, what can you say about Beowulf? It is such a classic piece. Even if you've never read it, most people would be roughly familiar with the story. It lends itself so well to reinterpretations, and it's such a brilliant piece, charting also Icelandic, Anglo-Saxon, this time, history and thought, in particular how they viewed things like honour and combat. So a really wonderful piece. And that brings us finally to number 1, which we are going back again to Dante for La Vita Nuova. La Vita Nuova is a series of poems to do with Dante's love for Beatrice, and it's a beautiful, beautiful collection, whether you read them in an English translation or in the Italian. Absolutely gorgeous poetry, wonderful sentiment, and a very nice piece, I think, to finish on today. So those are some of my favourite medieval and Renaissance works. What are some of yours from those periods? Drop them below in the comments, I'd be interested to see your thoughts. I will end there, but I look forward to seeing you again very soon with another vlog. Bye for now, everyone.